Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Sunday afternoon, and it's a beautiful day here in Oregon. Well, in this part of Oregon, anyway. The sun is out, Crustine's happy, and it's balmy again. It's about 36 today, but it's been pretty nice. We did get a touch of snow this morning, but that's all melted off. So anyway, like I said, I was going to have some updates, and surprisingly, those updates came a little sooner than I expected. Most of the Christmas festivities happened Christmas Eve, and today is kind of a enjoying day at home, so I figured, well, I'm just going to enjoy working on two-tone here. So I got the tank mounted up, and boy, was that somewhat of a challenge. The mounting straps they sent, they bent wrong, so I had to straighten them out completely and then rebend them. And finally, this is the way I think they're supposed to mount. But anyways, so I'll just go ahead and show you guys what I did, because they seem to all be different. But anyway, you're sent, if you guys remember right, the originally came in kind of an L shape. And I was trying to figure out how that was supposed to work, because they were way too long on one side and way too short on the other. And I was assuming these hooks, because these are hooks right here, you know, you'd hook those into the bracket and then tighten it down. Well, it just wasn't working out. So what I had to do was put them in the vise and then get them perfectly straight. And then I turned them over so where instead of these aiming in, I had them aiming out so I could hug the tank a little better, and then just rebent them to fit. And that's what I did. I'll show you the other side. It seems like all the pictures I've ever seen, people just show you one side and they never show you the other side. As I made them along up here, and then bolted them all the way down here, and then just went underneath, and then laid them up here, and then just bent them, and then pulled them up tight, and it ain't going nowhere. So see, we got bolts on one side and we got the hooks on the other. I probably could have gone with like a long bolt on this side, but I decided, you know what, the hooks will work just fine, and it ain't going nowhere anyway. So I am running into a little bit of an issue, which can be fixed and can be done before you figure out a way, but I'm kind of picky with this truck, and I really want it to be the best way possible. I'm trying to make everything clean as possible. So my exhaust is going to be routed back through here, and more than likely one of the pipes is going to come through here, come down in this area, and then out back here. I've already got a brake line here that I've got to deal with, so I'm going to see if maybe I can route it maybe around here, zip tie it or something. But this part of the shock doesn't actually move, so I may see if I can zip tie to this shock, because the other tube's going to come through here and then out the back as well. So where my issue lies is this sending unit aims this way, and it can only aim that way. I wanted to mount my pump right here, because my original idea was to run the sending unit, run a line either through this cross member or right above it, and then run it out, and then put a filter right here, and then my fuel pump right here, and then run some line, and then meet the metal line. There's the end of it here, but add another piece of metal line, strap it in right here, and then finish it off. But of course, as you can see, that may not work. I'm going to have to run the rubber line here, and what I may end up doing is just running it out and just tying it around, and then running it into here, into the pump, and then bringing that metal line out here and then hooking it to the pump there. It will not be the cleanest thing I've ever done, but it will function, and it will make it to where I can get to the fuel filter, because I'm going to put the filter right in this area, and then I'll figure out a way of getting some mounting little mounts here so I can run the hose and mount it so it's clean. It's really not the way I want to do it, but it's the only way I can really see that's going to happen, because like I said, I bought this big old behemoth, and it comes with a pretty large bracket, and I'm probably going to end up mounting it right around here. I got to keep it somewhat low, so that way it clears the bed, and then mount the pump. I could do it the other way too. I could just run the line here, put the pump further over, put the filter right here, and then just run a line around and maybe mount it under here and go along and then go into there, but that's a lot of fuel line. So I may end up even bending some metal line, going around this way, and then bending, if I have enough left, probably seeing if I can make this and then bend it even into here, so that way it's all metal, which I may end up doing. I only bought like a 30-inch piece, so we'll see. So anyway, I'll bring you guys back when I get this figured out. Alrighty, well, it's the next day since I made the first part of this video. I ended up going to Napa and getting another piece of fuel line, returned the 30-inch piece, and got a 60-inch piece. And so what I ended up doing was connecting here. I did paint it, I ran it, hooked it, put a support here, and then bent it, ran it here, put another support here, and here you go. Fuel pump's mounted and it's hooked up. I'm gonna figure out something to clamp this right here with. We'll figure out something. I may just leave it that way anyway. I've never had a problem with that because it is just sitting. Of course, you guys can't even see. Hold on a second. It is just sitting here. I may put like a clamp like here or something just to keep it from wobbling all over the place. But anyway, so that's what we ended up doing. Like I said, I know it's not the cleanest job in the world, but it's plenty high. The exhaust is going to be in this area, so this will all clear, and it's not going to get too hot, especially right here. There'll be plenty of airflow to keep the pump cool, so, and then nothing's going to interfere with this line. So anyway, well guys, another thing marked off the list. We got a tank and a fuel pump, fuel line all the way to the carburetor. I will have no way of really monitoring the fuel pressure. I may cut the line and put a pressure regulator in. I'm not really concerned because I've had no problems with these Carter pumps at all. They pump plenty of pressure, and these things love pushing. They're kind of a workhorse. So, alrighty guys, well, until next time, see ya.